know,
okay.
Most of the sky is clear. Don't look like it's gonna rain soon. I think I just got hit with a raindrop.
Oh yeah, yeah, because it looked like the sky is a little cloud. Hey, look, man.
Hey, we hot live on YouTube right now.
Yeah, we live, man. We live. We lit. We live.
Hey, Elder, I got something. I gotta get out.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Big Mama came to me this morning in a dream.
All right, go ahead. Let me mute up.
All right, so this is for the guy Rashad Jamal, who is being held up on some trumped up charges in his community. Right. The first thing they gotta do is they gotta make amends with Ellie. Ellie the power. Ellie know what to do. Ellie 100% solid gold. Right. So he gotta have her run a meditation with the youth. The youth trust her, so she gotta run the meditation with the youth. And the when she get back in touch with me, I'm gonna give her this ritual called Opener of the Way, and it's gonna make some shit move in that situation for the brother. It should have been moved, but I didn't do a show cause after the hate, so they waiting on the show cause for me. But I need some energy from them in his support, right? So all of the ones that's in the Rashad Jamal's Cosmic University, they need to reach out to Ellie, and if they had anything negative to say about her, they need to apologize because she's solid, A1. And when they make amends with her, it's gonna open up his case. That's Big Mama Baby. Okay, that's the first thing. The next thing is that all of these people doing the human trafficking, accusing other people, they're going to be the ones catch the backlash from the opening of the way for the righteous, right? Because the only way you can open the way is whoever did the dirt, they got to answer for their dirt. So if the university make amends with Ellie, I could tell her what to do next, right? So that's what I needed to say about that situation. Big Mama say this shit is over with, and now we have to start doing things as a catalyst to a unification across the land, right? So all of this bickering and fighting that we've been doing because of this conjure war we about to get into, that shit got to come to an end. And we about to get into some shit right here. So whenever you're ready, Elder, pull up the George Washington picture I just sent you with the challenge on it so we can review it once again for those who don't know what the conjure war was. So while you looking, I just sent them to you in the file. So while you looking for them, I'm going to go over a little bit about the conjure war. 1492, Columbus came to the islands of Central America, and he brought with him a collection of what's called conquistadors. The conquistadors is the army or paramilitary branch of the Tudors royal family. The Tudors is from Europe, but that ain't their original name. Before they was called Tudors, they were called Etruscans, right? And when they came over here, they changed their name when they left Al-Maghrib after they got kicked out of Europe. They came over here with that bullshit, and we fought the Gullah Wars. Now, there's two sides to the story about the Gullah Wars. The Gullah Wars, when you hear that term, that's us talking about it. When the oppressors is talking about it, they call them the Seminole Wars, right? And so in Florida, all of the tribes, we was going to fight in Florida by the thousands. That's why they could never beat us. And we was always increasing in numbers. The more of us they killed, the more we came. So after the or right before the Louisiana Purchase, the French lost the battle. And when the French lost the battle, they sold their protectorate rights to the English. It's called the Louisiana Purchase. When you read the treaty, the Louisiana Purchase was a protectorate agreement. The protectorate agreement gave them military rights to, you silent, Elder. You on mute.
Oh no.
You on mute.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Oh, yeah, my wife was calling me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
In the Louisiana Purchase, they had to do what you call a scouting expedition. So when you read Lewis and Clark, they talk about the translator that was with him, and they call him a big and stocky Negro. That was Benjamin Banneker. Benjamin Banneker knew all of the languages of the tribes. That's why they took him. Right? But he also was instrumental in declaring the property vacant because all of our castles was empty. All right, now the war gets so bad, we on the verge of genocide. We almost annihilated, but they are too. Both sides have greatly depleted forces. Whoever wins ain't gonna be able to sustain anyway, unless we call a ceasefire. The ceasefire was organized in Paris, France, and it was called the Paris Accord back then, but today you know it as a Treaty of Peace and Friendship. That's the ceasefire agreement. As part of the ceasefire agreement, all right, you can pull up George whenever you're ready. George Washington, who was Adam Weishaupt, who is Albert Pike, was the one instrumental in refereeing the Conjure War. Now, this was a side angle attack anyway, on both of us, right? So we was fighting with Blackamoors and Tawny Moors who came over as Dutch, French, English, and Spaniards. They wasn't pale yet, but they brought pale people with them as servants. Most of the pale people they brought as servants came from Ireland and Scotland. That's why the original slave catching carts was called paddy wagons, right? So the paddy wagon was to pick up the Irish, right? The Irish that escaped. They stuck out like a sore thumb because the pale people that we had over here, they was on the west side of the Appalachian Mountains. We had the descendants of Scotta and Scotia had came over here fleeing the Catholic Church under St. Patrick. So once this treaty is signed, the ceasefire agreement, right? Now we honoring every part of the agreement. They not honoring none of it. So all they have to do is keep the chiefs from seeing what's going on, so they concealed it in the Masonic lodges and took the feathers from the chiefs and took the feathers from the chiefs and the feathers from the nobles from Europe. And this is what the George Washington agreement you're about to pull up is going into. But notice that the feathers is blatantly missing. It's conspicuously missing. So when you pull it up, it's going to say something about them giving up their feathers, but it's not going to mention the feathers. Not until they mention the sandals, which is the moccasins. Remember when we did that last one, we went over the shoes they wore. Because they didn't wear the same kind of shoes we wore. So this is how we know they ain't talking about them, they talking about us. Okay, blow that motherfucker up. Let's go over this motherfucker. One more time, y'all. This is the goddamn Conjure War agreement, right? It say, if we would agree to take the fezzes and turbans off the Moor's head and removed the sandals from their feet. They didn't wear sandals. We wore sandals. They wore fezzes and turbans. Now watch this. And enforce severe punishment, and to also swear a death oath between ourselves to religiously and faithfully not allow anyone to teach the Moorish children. Now we all Moors at this part of the document, right? But this is where it could get interesting is to teach the Moorish children who they really were, who their forefathers were, and allow the Moorish children to be taught that they were truly Negroes, black people, and colored folks. 200 years from today, the Moorish people would not know their nationality nor their national name of their origin. Now, when you're talking nationality, you're talking about a corporation. All nations is governed by Uniform Commercial Code. So pull the Uniform Commercial Code up because that's bigger than the Constitution. That's global. The Constitution is so-called national.
I got you. UCC. Oh yeah, baby. We got something on now. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you want to show your brother Rod Hayes some love. We putting this Cash App in the links, right? So we're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna keep it rolling. Let me get to Google real quick. Baby, come on.
So
yeah.
while you're looking it up, the
UCC.
Uniform Commercial
Code. Look up what is Universal Code.
No, just pull up UCC books and go to images.
I got you.
So, while you pulling that up, the Uniform Commercial Code is called the Law of Nations. All nations is governed by Uniform Commercial Code, and that's why in the United States, all law is commercial.
Yeah, right here, like look at this.
Yep, that's the straw man. UCC connection. Yep,
I got the straw man.
Now
this ain't the straw man. I got the straw man one too, though. I got the straw man one too, though. What book you want me to pull up?
Let's go to the first one.
Okay, right here. Right here. The big joint. The big joint. Oh yeah, we got them. Okay,
this is not the entirety because it's come in volumes.
Okay, let's look at this one right here. What about that one?
Right, that's good. Pull it up so we can see the cover of it.
All right, let me blow it up real quick. Say joint to Rod Hayes. Oh yeah, the folders that I'll be dealing with you, man. I'll be doing heavy research on them joints.
Hey, one of my brothers live up in
Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, he asked me for the folder we used last time. I said, no, that was all off top of the head, buddy.
Man, freestyle out the dome, bro. All right, let's pull up that book right here. We got their ass. Somebody in the audience say, Rod Hayes, get these niggas, man.
All right, so when we're talking about the Law of Nations, see it say contract law and theory, selected provisions, restatement of contracts, Uniform Commercial Code, and CISG. Right? Now you notice that it mentioned the contracts. And it's contract law and theory, and it's selected provisions. I mean that this is not the entirety of the Uniform Commercial Code. This is what you call an extract. So in the Uniform Commercial Code, let's go see what Google said what the Uniform Commercial Code is.
I got you. It says Uniform Commercial Code, first published in 1952, is one of the number of uniform acts that have been established as law with the goal of harmonizing the law of sales and other commerce transactions. Let me try to find another one. Hold on, I got you. Oh yeah, baby, we got something for them right now. Oh, it's the same one. The example is the sale and purchase of goods, commercial paper transactions, for example, bank transactions, letters of credit, banking deposits, leasings.
Okay, now this is what uniform commercial is. So the Jordan Maxwell got a video on YouTube,
yeah,
where he explains that the uniform commercial code is the holy grail for business around the world.
Okay.
It's the one codified document that every so-called nation must abide by.
Okay.
Even if a coup happened and somebody rise up and overthrow the government, the uniform commercial code just switched to the new power structure. It doesn't take away, or it doesn't help them to stay in power, because it has nothing to do with that. All it has something to do with is the business. So now when I tell these motherfuckers that the uniform commercial code is the real law they governed under as a national, right? And during Noble Drew Ali time, you needed nationality because the uniform commercial code not codified yet. They got it. It's secret. It's in the barrister's chamber with all of the rest of the law books. But it's not published, as you see, until 1953. Right? Okay, now, who was these people that became the corporate jurisdiction United States? Who was they? They was two companies. Pull up the Virginia Trading Company.
Got them.
So remember, all they did off the treaties was restructure the corporate jurisdiction.
You got the. You want to put their logo or they business? Look, and look, they got the Knights of Templar for they sign. Ain't this some shit?
You got to always remember that there was a fallout in the Knights Templar, and they went two separate ways.
Okay, yeah, I got you. All right, so you want me to blow? What you want me to blow up on this joint?
Go to the main page. Go to the R page. Because I want to know who the Virginia company was before we go to the other company that merged with them.
The Virginia company was an English trading company chartered by King James I on 10th April 1906 with the object of colonizing the eastern coast of America. That's like the 13 colonies.
That date ain't right. 1906 can't be right.
No, I mean it's 1606.
Okay, that sounds more accurate.
Yeah, my bad. 1606. The coast was named Virginia after Elizabeth I, and it stretched from present-day Maine to the Carolinas. That
was called the Virginia Territory.
Okay.
All right. The other one is called the Northwest Trading Company. Do the same thing with that because we need to see who they is. I'm showing motherfuckers who these dirty bastards is. Go to where it say all.
Yeah, get them niggas, right? Get them niggas, man.
Go to where it say all. The Northwest Trading Company.
All right, the Northwest Trading Company was an organization in Portland, Oregon. United, they hit us on both sides. United States in 1879 by Paul Scherzu. Can't say he's got their name. And Henry Villard in order to do business in Alaska.
Now remember, Alaska wasn't part of America to the 19-something.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It was Russia, right?
No, yeah, it was part of the Russian territories.
Yeah.
Okay, now, this ain't the right company, though.
Okay, this ain't the right one.
The date's not right.
Yeah, it's got to be like the 16. Let's do this. We got the let's do this. 1600s. Oh yeah, hold up. 1700s. Let's see which company set up the 1600 to control British. Oh yeah.
Just want to say, like, just do that shit, y'all. Just forget about what happened yesterday and just go on today and just move forward. Act like whatever happened didn't happen.
Thank you to you.
It didn't kill you. Your ass here to keep going. Let that shit go. And I'm really talking to myself too, as far as my blood sister. We came out the same vagina. We could let that shit go. I don't give a fuck about nothing. None of the pain. We gotta do this shit.
Well, as long as it ain't no predators in the family.
Oh no! Now those motherfuckers we gonna drag out and they get their ass whooped.
Yeah, it's up to the family.
That's why I called the family meeting.
Yeah, so y'all know if you got one in the family gonna know who they is for long.
Absolutely.
But other than that, all of the rest of what you said is valid.
Absolutely.
You know,
and
look, the stuff for the ladies, y'all, because she had your skirt on in high school, that she not your enemy. She borrows your skirt without asking.
She